What's up, everybody? It is Dad Bod here once again. Welcome back. In this episode, we're going to close out the Hirata Estate segment of the game. We're going to do that by running forward here and not letting this guy attack us. Just get right on him and take him out immediately.
You, the young masters. I wouldn't go in there if I were you. Dreadful illusion techniques. Without a snap seed, it cannot be overcome. Take this. It's not much, but it's what I have.
Okay, some more snap seeds for free. So that is the old lady's son. If you remember, Inosuke, I believe his name is. So he attempted to save Kuro himself, and you can tell he's blinded, and he did not end up too well. So we're going to go down through here, and we're going to start this episode off right with a boss battle. And this boss, her name is Lady Butterfly. Before we go into the boss room, just a little bit of a heads up. This is by far the toughest encounter of the game yet. And it's not even really all that close. The keys of this fight are she's very quick, so be on your reflexive deflect button. She has some nasty, very powerful attacks. The main thing is to stay on her. Do not let off the pressure because her posture gauge recovers very quickly. One thing that this fight kind of teaches you is that if you do actual damage to her health bar, the more damage to an enemy's health bar, especially the stronger bosses in this game, the slower that their posture recovers. And the same is true for us as well. The more damage the enemy's done to us, the slower our posture recovers. So that's something that you want to take advantage of as well, is to get some hits in on her as well when you can. So that way the further you deplete her health, the slower her posture recovers. Again, the main thing is to be aggressive. Do not back off. Let her posture recover. You really just have to keep the gas on full tilt the whole time. It's a very difficult fight. It's really a matter of learning her tells, learning her patterns, learning what to punish, learning what to deflect, and that sort of thing. I'm just going to equip some Divine Confetti just because we need every edge we can get in this fight. I may or may not use it. But I just want to have it handy. And we're also going to equip the snap seeds. The reason why we want the snap seeds to equip is because she summons these apparitions, and they can be dispersed immediately with a snap seed. Another thing is if you fight this fight too many times and you run out of snap seeds, you can actually just run around the room for a while, and the apparitions will disperse after a period of time, like 30 seconds to a minute. They'll go away by themselves. But the snap seed will make them go away immediately if you use them. So, Akko Sugar, definitely a good idea for this fight. Maybe some Divine Confetti as well, a good idea for this fight. You can see that we're limited on Divine Confetti, so I wouldn't rely on it, because if you blow through it and you lose this fight, you want to make sure that you have some left for later in the game, and you don't want to run out against her anyways. So I think this should get us in good shape. As I said, I'll probably later on in the fight, if I need to, I'll equip some Akko Sugar and Divine Confetti if need be. And again, as I said, you can actually, this is a true pause menu. So if you'd rather navigate to your items on a pause menu, less pressure than trying to get to them in line with the fight, with all the action going on, you can do it this way as well. This is a true pause menu, which is a kind of a new feature for the From Software games. Normally, you don't get a true pause menu. If you access your items and inventory, the game is still going on, but not in this game. You have an actual pause menu where you can take a breather, kind of assess your wits, and do what you need to do before you regroup and get back to the action. So again, this is a very challenging fight. I'm going to try to get it first try. We'll see if I succeed in that. But without further ado, here we go. By the way, to unlock this door, you need that key that Al gave you. If you missed that key, you're going to need to go back and get it, because you're not going to be able to get in here. And you'll see right away, there is Kuro.
Father? Mother? The butterflies. Everyone is gone.
My lord. Illusion technique.
It's been a long time, son of Owl.
leave us.
Who are...
Do what must be done.
Yes.
Now then, son of Owl, shall we dance?
Okay, vitality and posture. This is your tutorial on the lower one's vitality. The slower their posture recovers. We kind of just discussed that. The posture gauge's color gets redder as recovery rate slows. Vitality damaging techniques such as dodge, counterattack are ideal against enemies with fast posture recovery. Once the vitality is low, posture damaging moves become more effective. And so she has a nasty grab attack. And I'll try to point it out when it happens. You want to dodge that for sure because it does crazy damage. And that's a good opportunity to punish her for vitality damage. She also has these things where she'll go up in the air and she like makes these little webs that she stands on. You can knock her out of the air with shurikens. And of course, she's also susceptible to firecrackers. So just keep all that in mind. You're gonna have to use everything that you have to your advantage. All right, without further ado, let's fight Lady Butterfly. So as I said, you wanna be aggressive, walk right in there, don't let up. And you notice I'm doing mainly deflects here, but she got a hit on there. And you see she does, that's her grab attack. You want to run away, and then you can punish with a couple hits, get some vitality damage in there. There's a sweep attack, so do a Goomba stomp. I'm going to throw some firecrackers. She backed away. She knew what was up. Ooh. So right there, if you wanted to hit her with a shuriken, you could. Just note the symbol for the grab attack and make sure you're not in the way. So I got the first death blow. Again, as I said, being aggressive is the key to this fight. Do not let her regain her posture. So, word to the wise, this game likes to trick you. You noticed you only had one health bar. You'd think this fight's over. It is not. So once you get that first health bar down, she actually has a second health bar that the game doesn't tell you about right away. So when she gets that first health bar out, you can look up at the statue. She'll be right up here. Watch for her. There she is. You can lock on. When she gets down, right back to business. Don't let her have a minute to herself, because what she'll do is she'll summon those apparitions right away. She only summons them in her second phase. So as long as you're on her, she won't be able to summon them right away. Dang it. That was quick. All right, resurrect, heal up. And then these things that, like these little, there's the thing. So you'll see these apparitions. You can use a snap seed to get rid of them, but you only get rid of the ones that are like right next to you. So I'm gonna use one right here. There's some that still exist, you'll see. It got rid of all but one of them. All right, here we're gonna regroup. I'm gonna put on some Akko sugar and divine confetti before she can hurt me, and then get back on my healing gourd. Okay, now we're gonna do considerably more damage to her. We have our attack buff on, and we have the divine confetti, which is a buff for our weapon. So when we get hits in, you see that one hit. See how much damage that did? So it might be a good idea to use some fire. Dang it, she's always backing out of my firecrackers, not making me happy. Oh geez, not good. All right, let's try some firecrackers here. There we go. Get some hits in. Keep the pressure on. Got some hits in. Avoid that sweep attack, and got some more hits in. Keep the pressure on, never back out. Got some more hits, building up that posture. Avoid the grab attack, right back at it. Avoid it again, right back at it. Almost got her. If I get this first try, I'm gonna be ecstatic, because sometimes she messes me up, and it takes a while to get her. All right. Deflect, there we go, got her. Whew. All right, get that finisher death blow, and she is done. That is an intense, very difficult fight. As I said, you really just have to be aggressive. You gotta There we go. We got her memory. As I said, you got to be aggressive. If you have that Dark Souls mentality, this game just is completely having to relearn your muscle memory. If you got that Dark Souls mentality of, stand back, wait for your opening, that sort of a mentality of where, you're very conservative with when you get in there and in your enemy's face and start attacking, you will get wrecked in this game time after time again. This game is built to break you of that habit. You really got to get in there. You got to embrace the fast-paced nature of the combat. You got to embrace that deflecting is every bit as important as attacking, as far as breaking your enemy's posture is concerned. So as I said, I may have made that look a little bit easy, but it's really just getting a feel for the timing and the flow of the fight, as I've said over and over again. And once this game clicks, it might be frustrating to start, but once this game clicks, I tell you, it clicks and you just get it, and it's amazing. So I can't emphasize enough just stick with it, keep at it, and when it clicks, I mean, it's just like, the heavens opening up and you're awakened to the awesomeness that is this game. But anyway, enough of that. We got her memory. And we also got the Sekiro droplet, a pale pink crystal residue known to form when an immortal oath fails to establish. Increases resurrection power, allowing one additional node of resurrection to repeat the vows of the undying and to be rewarded of resurrection power once more. Surely necessitates the aid of the divine child of the dragon's heritage. So this gives us another resurrection node. We can't get it yet because we need to actually, as it says at the bottom, we need to talk to Kuro. And we can't do that quite yet, but we will get it later, and it is quite nifty. And as I said, this is completely optional. She's an optional boss. You don't have to kill her to beat the game. But, why wouldn't you? The story is, the story of this area unlocks, some of the understanding of what's going on in the rest of the game. And, of course, you get some good stuff to boot. So
You fought bravely on my behalf. I cannot throw away such loyalty. Loyal wolf, take my blood and live again.
So as I said, very important implications for the story. So after beating Lady Butterfly, we are stabbed right through the chest by a mysterious figure. We do not know who yet. And that legitimately killed us 3 years ago at the Harada estate. And Kuro, being right by our side, noticed the unyielding loyalty we have for him and said, I can't let this go to waste. And so he bestowed his resurrective power upon us at that moment in time. So that explains why Sekiro has this power. It's because it was bestowed upon us by Kuro after he recognized our loyalty to him. So that's a very important tidbit of, how we have this mysterious power of resurrection that we have. So that is one of the many reasons why I like doing that section of the game. It is very important to the story, among other things.
It appears as though your old memories have been awakened.
Yes, I saw the divine air.
I see. I won't say any more, and neither should you. All that you saw was yours alone.
Sculptor, what did that Buddha show you?
Were you listening?
Tell me.
Flames.
Flames.
That is all I can see. It doesn't matter what offering I make. Flames, spreading as far as the eye can see, and consuming Ashina.
That's...
We're done here.
All right, let's see. We can fit a new prosthetic tool. We have this. It's essentially, let's see, it says a prosthetic tool loaded with the feather of a mist raven. When attacked in the assumed stance, you disappear like the mist and move away. So it like kind of allows you to teleport. You can do some cool things with it. I don't really use it very heavily, but you can experiment with it as you wish. There are lots of different prosthetics in this game that lend themselves to many different play styles. So just find what you like to do and do your own thing. All right, so we can upgrade. Yes, we can upgrade to the spinning shuriken. So let's do that. We don't have enough materials to do anything else, but we have our spinning shuriken now. We can give him a drink. So really, as I think I mentioned before, these drinks, they just kind of, you can give one to the sculptor, you can give one to Emma, and then later in the game, you can give them to Ishin as well. And they basically just cause the NPCs to go off and kind of give a little bit more of their backstory, which oftentimes can be quite interesting. So let's go ahead and treat to unrefined sake.
I brought some sake.
Don't mind if I do.
Is it not to your liking?
No, it's damn good. But it does make my old wounds ache.
Your left arm?
Yes, and this sake was a favorite of the man who cut it off.
Who was...
Lord Ishin.
Ishin? Why?
He did it for my sake. I was on the verge of being consumed.
Consumed by what?
Shura. Well, whether you believe me or not, that's for you to decide. But you do well to beware Shura's shadow. No matter what I do, any Buddha I carve is an incarnation of wrath. Thus is the fate of those who owe a deep karmic debt. You'll understand when you try carving one for yourself one day. So, need something? Another time, then. I'll lend you shelter anytime.
Alrighty. What to do next? I don't believe Emma has anything for us.
Goodbye.
Okay, so let us warp back. Well, first of all, we can acquire some skills, and we have a memory. We can enhance our attack power as well. Phantom Lady Butterfly was appointed by the Wolf's foster father as one of his mentors in shinobi techniques. These mentors employed strict methods. The cultivation of shinobi techniques can only be achieved in the midst of battle. Attack power enhanced. We are at attack power 3. You can also acquire some skills. We can get that breath of life that I've wanted for a long time now. And we can also get the run and slide skill because behind it, we want the Shinobi Eyes, which actually enhances the power of the Mikiri counter. So if we get this one and this one, it unlocks this one, which we can then obtain and increase the Mikiri counter. So as I said, there's other skill trees as well. We're going to invest in some of these other ones later in the game. But there's these basic ones that I just want to get first just because they really help make things a bit more manageable early on in the game. Okay, so let us travel. I'm going to go back to the Ashina Castle gate, which is where we just were before we turned around and went back to the Harada estate to finish off Lady Butterfly. So carrying forward with the main story. All right. So as we did before, run up, dodge this guy's gunfire, punish him. But instead of going up there, we're going to go forward. And over here, notice there's a dude and he's got some dogs. So let us drop in on him, take care of his dogs. Oop, the dogs wanted to bite out of us first. That's okay. All right, come at me. Whoop. There we go. You can tell we're recovering a little bit of health with each death blow, which helps us quite a bit. Can you eavesdrop on these guys? No. Can I get a death blow on one of them without them noticing? We'll see. There we go. And the death blows do not need to be stealth death blows for you to recover health, by the way. They just need to be regular old death blows. And there's a guy over here. Let's get him. It's a gun guy. Just run on in, take care of him. And we're back at full health. We haven't even used a recovery item, which is why I like that ability so much. There's actually a secret path off to the side here. You can jump up here and grab up and get up on this structure here. And inside we have a Litecoin purse. Do they notice me? That's not cool. There's a couple guys over here you can eavesdrop on. We'll do that in just a minute. And you see we got some of these Ophi dudes over here. I want to say there's two of them. Yeah, there's one right below us. So I'm going to actually just drop down the ledge like normal here. And take care of business. Oh, party foul. How did I mess that up? Oh, that's not cool. All right. That's what I get for trying to be sneaky. It's all good, though. I'm actually just going to try to regain my stealth and then try again. That was embarrassing. I had the death blow and I screwed it up. Because you can actually get both of them if you do it right. You can get both of them without either of them noticing you. Because those things are a pain to fight, and two of them at the same time is just not enjoyable. Okay, so we've kind of regained our stealth here, so hopefully we can pull this off a little bit better. We're not going to be able to get both of them in a row, unfortunately, but should be able to get this one from above. And I'll fight this one straight up. Not that there's one of them to worry about. Oh, thought I deflected, but I guess not. Get away from me. One at a time, please. There we go, got his posture. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, that could have went better, but it also could have went worse. I'm gonna pop a pellet. And let's see, shoot up here. There's a guy we can eavesdrop on.
Planning to use that thing? In the battle. I know. But what choice do we have? Desperate times call for desperate measures. We're in no position to worry about what others might think. Yes, but... Hey, keep it together, soldier. Keep talking like that, and they'll put you on its detail. And when it's mad, it doesn't discriminate between friend or foe.
What could they be talking about? Doesn't discriminate between friend or foe, huh? doesn't sound like something you'd want to rely on in battle. I think there's a couple items around here that I'm going to pick up before we move on to that area. Yep. Some scrap iron, some upgrade materials, and a fistful of ash. Just make sure there's nothing else. Can't remember for sure. Is there anything over here? Anything up here? Just making sure. Climb up to the top, get a nice view. The castle right there, and our surrounding areas. The mountain range. Pretty cool stuff, if you ask me. Okay, so let us proceed forward. We're going to fight another mini-boss, the Blazing Bull. This is a different type of fight, and you'll see why. Poor unsuspecting guy right here. Stabbed right in the back. And we're about to meet the guy that can't distinguish between friend or foe. He takes them out right away. And, yeah. So the main thing is to kind of stay on his end side. You can deflect his attacks, but since you can tell his little hay thing is on fire. So even if you get a perfect deflect, if it's timed perfectly, you're still going to take burn buildup. So just keep that in mind. Oh, gosh. All right, I'm going to heal up. So see, I got a perfect deflect. I'm still burning. I'm still getting that build up. He is susceptible to firecrackers. And if you can stay sort of towards his inside, you can run up, get some hits on, and he's going to run right past you. And the key is to stay on the sort of inside of him. Let's throw some firecrackers at him. So that does stun him, gets you some good hits if you stay behind him. When you get that stun from the firecrackers, I recommend unlocking from him and just hitting him right in the booty. All right, come at me. There you go. So get as many hits in as you can. Then he'll turn around and try to take some swipes at you. Stay behind him as much as you can because, you know, the brunt of his damage is going to be from his headbutting you. And so, whoop, there we go. See what I mean? Yeah. So stay on the inside if you can. And lots of hits. Throw another firecracker at him. Get some more hits. And then eventually he just runs right into the wall. When he runs into the wall, he basically stuns himself and you get the death blow. And that is the Blazing Bull. And for that, we get our 4th prayer bead. So we can now upgrade our vitality and posture. And we also get Shinobi Medicine rank 2. Sometimes a Shinobi can survive what is certain death for a lesser warrior. As such, medicinal knowledge is vital. The only way to learn such techniques is to be gravely injured time and time again by worthy opponents. So this makes increases the potency of our healing items. After this fight, though, be on guard. Some more people come in. And this guy, be ready to Mikiri counter. He will always attack you, and it will generally be a thrust attack that you can Mikiri counter. So just be anticipating that, and then that is it. So they kind of notice, hey, the sound stopped. Where's the bull? What happened to him? And, well, they fight you. Okay, so we are now at the castle. Look at that. Here we have another lady. She appears to be praying.
Thank heavens.
For what do you pray?
Oh, you there. Have you heard of the Senpo Temple? The Senpo Temple on Mount Kongo. A very special holy person lives in that place. Go on. Join me in prayer. Thank heavens. Thank heavens.
So join me in prayer. She invites us to do so. So if you remember from these, if one pops the gold amiibo balloon and prays. So she wants us to join her in prayer. So let's oblige.
Yes, that's the way. That's how one prays. You have a pious temperament. I offer this to you.
And we get some Ungo sugar. And then we can do it again. I'm going to use a different balloon. You can actually use the same balloon over and over again, but I'm just going to use a different one this time.
Yes, yes. Pray as much as you please. Such a good, pious temperament. I offer this to you.
And we get some Akko sugar. And then one more. I'm going to go back and I'm going to use another balloon of wealth just because I have a lot of those.
Yes, very good. What devotion. Lastly, I offer this to you.
Okay, we get some divine confetti for that.
Only
Definitely
someone
worth
like
it.
You could stand with the divine child. Those monk scoundrels always chase me away. Oh, divine child.
Okay. So over here we have a sculptor's idol. Let's activate that. So we have 4 prayer beads. We can enhance our physical attributes, get some more vitality and posture. In Ashina, there's a towering pink ogre of a man said to have gone red-eyed and run amok before he was long shut away in a forsaken dungeon. Sounds a lot like the chained ogre that we fought before. Maximum posture and vitality enhanced. Let us rest, get all of our healing back. I think that's all we can do here. Another thing you can purchase, if you're running low on spirit emblems, you can actually purchase them from a sculptor's idol as well. So keep that in mind. If you're running low, it can get you out of a bind. So I think we're doing pretty good right here. One thing is when you go to the sculptor and you upgrade, if you upgrade one of your prosthetics, you actually have to equip the upgrade. It doesn't automatically do it for you. So we upgraded to the spinning shuriken. Basically just enhances the shuriken's attack power, and it spins around kind of, and the way that you engage that is instead of just throwing R2 to throw the shuriken, if you hold it, it takes advantage of the spinning mechanism as well. So let's go ahead and equip the spinning shurikens because we'll do some more damage with those. And yeah, that should do us well. So here we have another remnant. Let's talk to that.
Lord Kuro. It is time, Lady Emma. Yes, I know. Master Genichiro is waiting, is he not? I will return to the top of Ashina Castle. Wolf, that reed whistle we used before. This time, I will use it to call on you.
Okay, so there's Ashina Castle. He is up there waiting for us to come rescue him. But there's some business we have to take care of before we get up there. I'm going to equip my new spinning shurikens, and we see there's another general up there.
I'm sure you are all aware already. This coming battle will determine the fate of all Ashina. We go now to risk our lives for Lord Ishin and the peoples of Ashina. We are Ashina! We are unbreakable! Yeah! For Ashina!
So you might be wondering why we're even killing all of these Ashina soldiers. I mean, they're just trying to protect themselves from an invading threat. And, we're just barreling on through them as if they are our enemy. Really, the only thing we have against them is the fact that Genichiro is kind of the leader of the army, and he has captured Kuro, and we are Kuro's shinobi, and it is our sworn duty to protect Kuro at all cost. And so part of that cost involves wrecking shop on the Ashina army that stands in our way. Even though they're not really inherently bad or evil or against us in any way, they just stand in our way, and that's that. So you see the general standing in the middle. He's surrounded by 4 of his lackeys. That's where the shurikens come in handy. So you can actually stealth lock onto them from far away, throw a shuriken, and kaboom. That takes care of him. We're still in stealth. Let's lock onto the next one. It's much easier to take care of these guys far away without them queuing into our presence here. So just kind of inch forward until you get a lock on. Come on. Normally it goes a lot better than that. Oops. I lost my lock on. Can I crouch and do it? Make it a little bit. There we go. Take care of that guy. Still didn't notice I'm there. Come on. Give me the third one. Give me the third one. There we go. And can I get the last one without the mini-boss noticing me? I think it's possible. There we go. Now he notices something's up. Like, hey, all my dudes are dead. What on earth? And then we just go, whoop. Oh, goodness. All right, so this plays a lot like he's very similar to the mini-boss that we fought right after the Chained Ogre. Susceptible to firecrackers. Plunging attack, be on the ready to deflect that. He's got some very powerful sword attacks. Sweep attack, do a Goomba stomp, follow it up. Ooh, I should have Mikiri countered that. Was too slow. Oh, hello. Watch out, he is powerful. But not powerful enough. Mikiri counter that time. There we go. Fool me once. Whoops. Be conservative with my heals here because I don't want to take that second. If he kills me again, I'm dead, and I don't want that to happen. So he's going to try to recover his posture. I'm not going to let him do that because we're not stupid. There's some more firecrackers, and this should take care of him. There we go. Got another prayer bead. Lots of skill points. So up here, notice a treasure chest, and we get ourselves some divine grass. I believe we already have some of that, but it is can save you in a pinch. This door is locked, and if you go over here, something hiding around the corner. Mibu Balloon of Wealth, and there's a guy down there. Let's have a chat with him.
You're not one of the samurai of this castle, are you, friend? You look like a shinobi, and a skilled one at that.
That's right.
Thought so. In that case, let's say you take care of some of the samurai around here. Some unfortunate things happened, and now they're after me day and night. I'm at the end of my rope here. I tell you, these Ashina samurai got a stick so far up that... Well, you'd think they'd have bigger things to worry about than chasing after me anyway. Of course, I'll make it worth your while. I make my living selling information. Take care of the samurai around here for me, and I'll let you in on something really special, friend.
All right, so he gives us a job to do. There's lots of enemies around here, and he wants us to kill them all off because they got it out for him, apparently. So, lots of guys. 4 of them to be exact. So I'm going to jump down on this guy with a spear, and let's get this party started. So this guy with the gun, they're easy. Oh, there's another guy with a spear. All right, so I'm going to retreat and heal up, and let's see if we can isolate any of these fellas. Just throw firecrackers. Make our job a little bit easier. Whoops. Hello. Do a Mikiri count. Do a thrust. There we go. Oh. There we go. Got him. Okay. Throw another firecracker. See how they can come in handy when isolation's not an option. The firecrackers can kind of help even the odds a little bit for you. Okay. Nice little fight. I think there's some more guys around here too. Some ceramic shards. I think these are all the ones you have to kill for him though. So let's go back and talk to this guy. I think that's all we need to do for him.
You're a real
There we go.
friend. I owe you. Here, as promised, it's all yours.
Nightjar Beacon Memo. A note on smoke signals used by the Ashina Shinobi, the gray nightjars. Pale pink smoke signals are placed along the rooftops of Ashina Castle. These signals guide the nightjar. The ashen feathered flock are surely the only ones able to follow such a trail.
See you, pal. Maybe we'll cross paths again someday.
And we will cross paths with him because if you help him here, he actually becomes a merchant right outside the dilapidated temple. So we're going to be buying some stuff from him. Hello. Take care of him from afar, but it alerts them to our presence. Come at me. I dare ya. Alrighty. Not too shabby. And this brings us back out to the area where we started. I think there's a couple items over here, though, that we'll pick up. Fistful of Ash. If you haven't noticed, I never really use those. I tend to use firecrackers instead. Some scrap iron. But, hey. Experiment as you wish and do your own thing. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this guy. Let's see if I can get the axe thing to work. No. Golly, I don't know what my problem is with these guys. Normally, they do not cause me issues, but these guys are causing more trouble than they're worth. Is there an item over here? I can't remember. Oh, those are the nightjar people on the rooftops. I'm not going to deal with them right now because I don't feel like it. Hey, that's not cool. I'm going to heal up with a pellet. Okay, so we're actually going to go up to the top now. So we're going to have to deal with some of these. I never fight them, but they try to shoot you with their projectiles. Get this item right here. Some ceramic shards. Could do without those, but oh well. Just make sure you stay on the move, and most of these things are going to miss you anyways. Some pellets, and then we got to make a jump over here. Oh, hello. All right, just run, 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 and there's going to be a guy that comes over here and runs right into you. Just dodge it if you can, and because he does a lot of damage too if he hits you, so just be on the lookout. He does that every single time you play the game. Pop a pellet, stay on the move, and make sure once you turn this corner, there's going to be a grapple point. Make sure you grapple up immediately, because there's another guy that flies in and blows up right there. So make sure you don't get caught up in that. Okay, so right here, we have another gourd seed. Perfect. We could go on and there's a sculptor's idol right here. So let's go on and rest up. And let's see, is there... let's travel back to the dilapidated temple. And get our extra gourd seed here equipped. And I think that merchant that we just helped should be back here, and he's got some stuff for sale as well. There he is.
Hey, it's you. Thanks again for bailing me out back at Ashina Castle. I'm gonna be hanging around here for a while. I need time to sort through all the info I've got. Speaking of which, I'm happy to do business with you anytime. Interested?
All right. So we got some Dragon Bloods droplet if you got some Dragonite you need to take care of. Light coin purses, heavy coin purses, and another Gourd Seed. Lucky us. These two items give you just a hint for where stuff's out at. So we have the 3-story pagoda memo. That tells us where the Mist Raven's feathers are. The 3-story pagoda in the Harada estate. We already have that, so we don't need to bother purchasing that. This tells us where another prosthetic is. We're going to get that in just a bit, so we don't need to purchase these to get them. But if you just want to have them in your inventory, feel free to buy them. You're going to spend 1,000 on them. I would much rather use my resources to get this gourd seed so I can get 2 new gourd pouch uses from Emma instead of just 1. So I'm going to go ahead and sell. I believe we need 800, so we have 5 light coin purses. 1 heavy, so we're going to pop the heavy and then use 1 light coin purse. And actually, we need to use 2 more. There we go. And we can purchase that gourd seed now. Perfect.
Oh, so you're looking for goods instead of info, huh? I've always had sticky fingers, I guess. I end up collecting lots without really noticing. I got fed up with all the offerings and memorials, so I left the mob. But when I see a dead body, I can't leave it unpilfered. Besides, property can belong to anyone, right?
Alrighty. Until next time, indeed.
I'm glad you've come, Master Wolf.
Make sure we give both of them to her. I think that's it. Okay, perfect.
Goodbye.
And see if we can get any more upgrades here. If we have the requisite materials. We do. We just don't have money. So I will pop a couple purses and get the money that I need.
Another top.
Let's see here. And if you do not have the money to purchase this at this point in the game, no worries. You can go back to that grinding loop just outside the Ashina Castle gate, where you have those impish dudes with the hard hats. And you can get some money, pop a Mibu Balloon of Wealth, and you'll get what you need in no time. So I'm just going ahead and just doing some of these prosthetic upgrades. So this gives us the spring-loaded firecracker, which then unlocks some future upgrades. This is what I'm after, is the long spark. It makes the firecrackers a bit more potent, makes the effect last longer. And in order to get there, you have to buy some of these earlier upgrades. The spring-loaded firecracker
Another
makes it so, currently our firecracker just is, you throw it in front of us. The spring-loaded firecracker, if you hold down the R2 button or whatever corresponding button on your controller, if you hold it down, it basically creates a 360 effect with the firecracker, so you can stun people in front of you, behind you, beside you, whatever. So it makes it a bit more useful. So let's go ahead and throw that on as well. And I believe that's all we can do here. Let us rest up. And we have 6 gourd usages now. That is a massive help. So let's travel back. Ashina Castle, we were at the upper tower antechamber. Let's go right back there in our powered up state. Should make things a little bit easier for us because there are some tough enemies ahead. So you need every little bit of help you can get. And this is an area where it can be important to pay attention to stealth. Stealth is going to help us out quite a bit here. So we're going to turn this corner, and instead of going straight, we're going to go around because there's a guy that we can death blow from behind. Oh, how did I can't believe I missed that. Actually, I can believe I missed that because I've been doing dumb stuff this whole playthrough. But that's okay. This guy actually has a mean thrust attack, so be on the lookout for that. I did not time it properly for a Mikiri counter, but still killed him. Given how horribly that went, you can open this door. I'm just going to go ahead and open the door because you only have to open it once. Given how horribly that went, I'm actually going to reset this room and do that properly. This is actually a good area to grind. for divine confetti, actually, because that one guy that we just killed, that you should be able to death blow with no problem whatsoever from behind, like so. He has it's a rare drop, but he does drop divine confetti, and we just got some. So if you are low on divine confetti and you want to stock up on some, you can just kill that guy, rest, do the loop again, kill him again, over and over again, and get some divine confetti. But there's more of these enemies around here. And you want to make sure that you sneak up on them from behind. You don't want them to notice you, because if you fight a bunch of them face to face at once, I mean, they're just going to roll over you because they are very powerful enemies. I take care of her because I don't know if she alerts anybody to your presence, but I don't want her to be able to. If she does, get this guy from behind. And again, when you're fighting these guys face to face, the main thing to watch out for is their thrust attack. So sneak up on this guy. And then there's one more that we're going to just have to fight straight up, which is fine. So do block. Normally they're a bit more trigger happy with their thrust attack, but they seem to not be doing it as much. There it is. So make sure you're ready to Makiri counter that thrust attack, because if you're not, that thing will hurt you. It is a very powerful attack. Don't let him recover his stamina either. Okay. Took care of those guys. Got some scrap iron, some Akko sugar. Is there anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. And then this just pretty much takes you out to the main room. So through here is another secret trap door. And much like the other one that we went through, there are some goodies in here. So let's open up the chest. And for our trouble, we receive another prayer bead. So we have 2 of them currently in our possession. But don't forget the heavy coin purse and the light coin purse. So definitely worth our while to come back here. Don't want to miss that prayer bead especially. The way forward is actually up through the ceiling, because where we're going is that door. That door is locked, and the only way to get behind it is to go up through the ceiling. And we get some Gatching sugar up here. And then we can drop down here. And you'll notice there's 2 guys. And that guy, he's not the same as the other enemy we just fought, but his attack set is very similar. And you want to respect his authority, because if you don't, he can punish you. So I'm just going to drop down, kill this guy, turn right around, and open up this door that was previously locked. And this gives us some more space. Opening doors, by the way, much like death blows, opening doors gives you invincibility frames. So we're going to fight him out here. Just gives us a bit more breathing room. And then you'll see these other guys are coming around. And a 3-on-1 fight against these guys, it's not going to end up well. So I suggest taking advantage of stealth in this instance. So they come around. They want part of the party. So I'm actually going to throw on some Gatchin sugar. See if I can land a stealth blow on at least one of them. There they go. They're going away from us. So I'll get this guy. The other guy. Kind of surprised him still. So hopefully be able to knock him out. These guys are not doing their thrust attack very often. Normally they do it way more often than that. All right, so he's the last man standing. Whoops. Messed that up. Oh well. We're still alive. All right. And I don't know. She's probably harmless, but I get health recovery for death blowing her, so I'm going to death blow her. All right, so, you notice I did a kind of a loop-de-loop back through the ceiling, because if you try to take on all 3 of those guys at the same time, it ain't going to end up very well for you. I'm just going to tell you that right now. There's some more stuff through here. You can break open this door, and you can see there are 3 fellas over there. These guys aren't that hard to kill. The main thing is maybe use some firecrackers. Try to ISO them as best as you can. But really, if you just corner one of them and if you just wail on them, well, that didn't go well. But if you can corner one of them and just wail on them, they're not even going to get a chance to attack you. So I'm just going to do some firecrackers here. maybe throw some more firecrackers, and you'll see how fast their posture's broken. And I'll retreat. See if I can get just this guy's posture's already kind of in bad shape. Whoops. That attack is... You can actually deflect that attack, but I'm just being greedy. I'm just trying to get through this quickly. Maybe a little bit recklessly, but... That guy, they're almost dead. Whoops. Oops. I want to switch targets. There we go. I got one more to go. Got him in the corner. There we go. That's what I want. And they're dead. And there's some items over here. Some eel liver. This greatly reduces the amount of damage received from lightning attacks. We have not encountered that yet, but we will at some point in the game. And some pellets. And up here is Ishin's house. He happens to not be here right now, but he's left a note for us. A note left by Ishin in the watchtower. Perhaps Emma knows his current whereabouts. Dear Emma, the Ashina Castle gate has grown loud with the sound of scurrying. The Tengu will see to the rats. Worry not. Signed, Ishin. Okay, so let's double back over here. Just wanted to get that little note just because it's a, interesting hidden little tidbit. So up these here steps. Actually going to throw in a pellet just to recover some health. Let's touch this remnant.
Lady Emma, tell me, what has caused the state of this man?
The rejuvenating waters. That is what it is called.
Are you telling me that this is Ashina's secret weapon?
I am. Those who drink it cannot fully die. No, they become unable to die at all. The rejuvenating water, it also...
It springs from the dragon's blood, does it not?
Yes.
Lady Emma, I do not believe the dragon's blood is sacred. Not at all.
So that alludes to perhaps another way to become immortal other than the dragon's heritage. I think that is the first mention in the game of the rejuvenating waters, and it is perhaps another avenue towards immortality that springs forth from the dragon's blood. So Gokhan Sugar, this helps with posture damage. And so perhaps our friend Genichiro, since Kuro is not buckling, it will try to find another way to achieve immortality because he is convinced that is the only path forward for him and his army. So we get this idol. I actually do not want to sleep at it or rest at it just yet because I don't want to reset the enemies that we just killed. But we can acquire some skills. So we'll get this one, Suppress Presence, just enhances your stealth capabilities. And we need 3 for this one. We only have 2, and this is what enhances the Makiri counter. So this is the way forward. We're actually not going to go through there yet because there's some other things that we want to pick up first. So you actually may have noticed that there's a big pit down here. You can drop down. So you can grapple to this point and lock on. I am going to lock on to this guy and do a from above death blow because he's the most powerful of all these guys. And throw some firecrackers and wreck some more havoc. Get this guy next. Recover my health from the death blows. And last but certainly not least, and so this here, we get some more eel liver, and in this chest, we have something special. The Sabamaru, another prosthetic tool, forged by the Ashina clan to resist the inhuman evil that had invaded Ashina in times long forgotten. It was the poisonous gift of the blue rust that finally drove the spirits out. So this is actually a poison type prosthetic. It's another prosthetic that I don't really use a whole heck of a lot, if at all. Some people love it, and it's very handy against some enemies, but it's just another kind of a separate play style. It's very short, quick type attacks, and can come in handy and get you out of a bind if you're good at using it and want to, experiment with it by all means. So we're on the other side of this gate that was once locked. This is right where we fought the mini-boss. And you'll notice the mini-boss is no longer here, but his little minions have respawned since we did rest up there when we got our new gourd seeds. Just going to get a death blow just because, get the experience points, and I'm going to run away. Let's see here. Where do I want to go? All right, be careful. That guy with the spear, he has powerful thrust attacks. But you know what we do with those. We Makiri counter. Come at me. Give me another thrust. There we go. If you're not careful with his thrust attacks, they are extremely dangerous. So just bear that in mind. And this other guy is not nearly as much of a threat. And we're going to unlock this idol, but we're not going to proceed further. We're just kind of doing some exploring. We're going to come back to this area later. I'm just kind of unlocking some of the warp points. And there's this guy over here. You can eavesdrop.
You're saying we don't have enough salt? Yes, sir. We use it for cooking, of course, but we also use it on wounds and for purifying the dead. So with the rate people are dying, we're out then? Yes, sir. That's why many on the battlefield are falling ill. I see. We'll need to find a way to get some salt then.
So, if you remember way back when Anayama the Peddler wanted us to keep our ears out for what the army needed more of, and we just found out they need salt. So, let's keep that information in mind, and we'll have to report back to Anayama. We have all of the answers that he seeks now that we know that they want salt. So that's really the whole reason why we came down here, is just because you needed to eavesdrop on that conversation. So, you know, there's some side paths that we're not exploring quite yet, but we will get to them in just a little bit. Don't you worry. So let's sneak back through here. I'm going to go back to kind of the beginning area of the castle. Take care of these fools. Oh, hello. Make sure you don't get shot like I just did. But anyhow, they're not too bad. So next, we're going to go this way. I think there might be a thing over here. No, never mind. There is a thing in here, though. Unlock a little secret passageway here. And there's some stuff over here. Some scrap iron and a Mibu possession balloon. You can drop down into the water. Can't remember if there's any items in the water over here, but we'll check. Nope. Nada. So let us backtrack. Drop down here. Pellets. And another locked door. And yet another sculptor's idol. A lot of these side paths we're actually going to... I'm just unlocking the idols for the warp points at this point in time. We're going to explore a lot of these side paths in the next episode. But for now, we're just doing this for convenience's sake, just so we have them all unlocked and we can warp back and forth at our leisure. We can shoot back up here. And then there's one more thing that we want to do. You can drop down here. There's more water. You can swim around. And yeah, there's a spirit emblem down there. But I'm not going to go down there just for a spirit emblem. That's kind of a waste of time for me. So I'm going to shoot over here. Can't remember, is there an item off to the side? Here we go. Litecoin purse. Worth it. And so on this bridge.
I heard you were the one that put the armor on that big bugger from Taro Troop.
Yeah, he was making a stink about it.
It was a damned awful job. But it looks like it paid off, didn't it? He already had a huge frame and massive strength, and you just made him near impervious to blades. That is true, but he doesn't like that armor. And he sure didn't like me putting it on him. When a fight happens, it might come off easier than you think.
Okay. Let's take care of these guys. They're kind of just grunts. Not very hard at all. So we got the gatehouse key. A key to a samurai gatehouse located in the Ashina Reservoir, not too far from the well the wolf was kept in at the beginning of the game. Here, Gyobu the demon's broken horn is respectfully guarded by Ashina samurai. The broken horn is a spear blade once wielded by Gyobu the demon. It is said that no prey can escape Gyobu's horn. It pulls enemies in, is even capable of stripping an enemy's armor. So, if this area looks familiar, it is because this is the bridge where we climbed up the reservoir and we kind of shimmied along the bridge. This is that bridge, and that is the reservoir, and that is where over there is the well where we started from, and this is where our journey began. So we are now looking over that from a different perspective. We can shoot up here. Is there stuff over there? I don't think so. This guy's pretty tough, actually. I don't know if you can get him from above. No, he notices us. Dang it. These dogs, though, you can do this to them. Make our lives a little bit easier. Wait till he turns around and see if we can get a backstab on him. Come on. Nope. Screwed that up. Oh, this guy's so annoying. And he usually does that 4 times in a row, so just beware. He's powerful and annoying. Two, 3. And his attacks can be deflected. And they can also hit you. Almost got his posture, though. Come on, let's get him. Come on, come on. Are you serious? Really? Wow. Okay, whatever. He was almost broken, but had that sliver of health, sliver of posture left. There we go. Some scrap magnetite, some more upgrade materials, and some black gunpowder. So we're getting lots of upgrade materials. And of course, do not miss out on the heavy coin purse right there. Another warp point for us. And another merchant. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and rest because we're not going to go back there. It doesn't matter if those guys are going to respawn. And we have another merchant to talk to.
Where you find that we, the impure, cannot turn a blind eye to anyone. Go ahead. Buy an offering.
Okay, and this guy has a prayer bead for 1400 sin and a mask fragment. These mask fragments, there's 3 of them, and you can't get the last one until the very end of the game anyway, but you get all 3 of them. It allows you to trade in your skill points for increased attack power instead of purchasing additional skills. Again, you can't get the 3rd one until the very late in the game. I wouldn't recommend buying this now. This is a very late game type of thing. But it's there for you if you want it now. So we have 691. I don't even know if we have enough purses for this. So we have, oh, yes, we do. So I think we need 1400. So let's just use 2 and get that prayer bead. So now I have 3 prayer beads. And I believe that's all we want. Another dragon blood droplet if that's what you want. I'm just going to buy some Litecoin purses, put that money in storage so it's not at risk in case I were to die. And we are going to head in here, which is the abandoned dungeon. Little secret in here. An item. Rotting prisoner's note. A note left by a dead and rotting man in the abandoned dungeon. Supposedly, the fragrant stone is enshrined in a village in the Ashina depths, but how to interpret throw oneself? This is as far as that old Okami tome could take me. But did they truly reach the Fountainhead Palace? I'd like to know, but it seems I will never know. Kataro, forgive me. So someone was held captive in this cell, and these guys, these little grasshoppers on the ground, these guys are actually like zombies. They have a grab attack. That's not cool. If you get grabbed, you basically just mash buttons. It makes the grab attack less potent. And you death blow them. And then they come right back to life. So, yeah. What we're after... I have a pacifying agent. Pacifying agent, that's a new item. I can go ahead and read that. So powdered medicine for calming nerves used by those who deal in unspeakable deeds reduces terror buildup and increases terror resistance for a time. So the only time we've encountered terror so far is the headless enemy that we saw briefly and then ran away from. They cause terror. Terror is a status effect that builds up, that once the meter builds up, if you get terror all the way up, it is an immediate one-hit kill. So hopefully if you get it, you have a resurrection left in your back pocket. If not, it is a one-hit, one-shot death if you get terrorized. So the pacifying agent helps you manage your terror meter. So this guy...
What are you doing here? Of all places. Ah, are you perhaps a shinobi?
That's right.
Oh, come on. You stupid things.
That's right.
I thought as much. Might you be willing to take on a favor for me? I am Dojun. I've been tasked with the preparation of a medical treatment using the rejuvenating waters. I'll get to the point, my dear shinobi. This is a letter I received from the master. The particulars are contained within.
Surgeon's bloody letter. A worn and blood-stained letter from Dosaku, the surgeon in the abandoned dungeon. Required one tough man, preferably a strong samurai or a young large soldier such a member of the Taro troop. Must be delivered unharmed. Nothing shady going on here, guys.
My dear shinobi, the details are in the document I gave you. Considering the nature of the information, I think you'd agree that the less we know about each other, the better.
Okay. So keep that in the back of our mind. That's what he's looking for. This place is creepy. We got a red lump. A round red lump consumed to gain red eyes and reduce flinching from enemy attacks, but also prohibits the use of resurrection. The red mass is the lingering trace of one who was unable to achieve their desires. Slightly warm to the touch, it pulsates softly. Alrighty. So we'll just go down here and we're just going to unlock this idol. And get this item. And then there's another item back here that we're going to run and get real quick. 2 items, actually. Some oil and some oil. These grasshoppers are not even worth the time that it takes to fight them. Okay, so that's all we wanted down here. We just wanted that note from the surgeon. And if you didn't notice, you know, kind of like the zombie dudes and the corpses lying on the ground. Yeah, nothing nefarious going on here. So what we want to do from here is we are going to travel. Actually, I believe we can acquire our skill now. There we go. Got the shinobi eyes. We're going to travel to the Ashina outskirts, and we're going to go back and talk to Anayama the peddler because we have his intel that he asked us for, the salt. We're going to tell him about the salt. And that will advance his quest line to the next phase. All right. Just going to kill this crow for good measure.
Hey, good sir.
I found out what the samurai want.
Oh, you mean it, good sir?
Yes. It seems they're low on salt.
Salt, you say? Hmm? Well, you eat it, of course. But it's also good for purifying the dead and putting on wounds. Diseases spread quick with rotten corpses on the battlefield. Everyone's scrambling for salt. That means now's the time to cash in. Lots of people need salt. I mean, karma shouldn't bite me if I sell it for a tad more than the going rate, right? Ah, now that that's decided, it's time to get me some salt. Thank you very much, good sir.
Oh, you're welcome. Phantom Kunai, I don't think I've addressed that yet. That's a very late game upgrade that you can do to the shuriken, I believe it is. And that upgrades, I believe, the shuriken to the final form of the shuriken. And you remember when we fought Lady Butterfly, she had those kind of projectiles that she shot at you. Those are the Phantom Kunai that you can equip yourself once you get there. But we are nowhere near that point, so not a worthy use of our resources at this point.
Until I'll stock some new. Make sure you pay me a visit when I.
Okay, let's see if
Now then. Oh, good sir.
I think I have to.
I'll make sure.
I have to rest to get him to give me his next request. So let's do that real quick.
Good sir, listen here. My salt? Huh? I sold it for quite a pretty price. You know it's in high demand. And that means I'm loaded with cash and product. Look, I've got some new items too. Buy something, please.
So look at this. He's got some new sugars for us, new stuff for sale. We can actually get some upgrade materials, buy them from him now. So worth our while.
Oh, good sir, listen here.
Is this about your business?
Ah, you know me so well, good sir. It smells like a war's brewing these days. I could make a killing if I take advantage of this, which is why I have a favor to ask of you, good sir.
What is it?
Looting battlefields. That's the job. I mean, that's a great way to refresh my stock, right? There are dead bodies all over a battlefield. It's a gold mine, huh? Spears, swords, armor, it's all free and for the taking. Weapons should fly off the shelves thanks to the war preparations.
What qualifications do you need?
Well, let's see. Looting the battlefield is a dirty, disgusting, and physical job. I'm looking for someone who's big and strong and thick.
Okay, so big and strong and thick. All right, so let us warp back to Ashina Castle. And we're going to go to the dojo, which is at the top of the castle. We unlock this idol, then turn right back around, and then drop down to the bottom of the castle to get the Sabamaru, which we still haven't equipped yet. But we will, in the next episode, make a trip back to the dilapidated temple and equip our new prosthetic tools and have a good old time. This video has gone on long enough. We're already at just almost an hour and 20 minutes. So let's go on and cut it here. A lot happened in this episode. We fought Lady Butterfly, the next boss in the game, and we did lots and lots of stuff. Some more mini bosses, some more prosthetic tools, and the whole 9 yards. So hopefully you guys have found this very helpful. Hopefully you guys, this is helping you get through the game and find out where everything is. There's so much to this game, so much to discover, and surprises around every corner. So hopefully this is been very useful for you. So anyways, if you would, please join the squad by subscribing to the channel. Also leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you like about these videos. Let me know what I could be doing better or what I could be doing more of or whatever the case may be. We'd really like to interact with those of you who watch these videos. So take care, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.